Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Your Football Show, and it's time for your match day preview. It is, of course, time for Leicester versus Leeds United. I'll be doing a watch-along for the game later on this evening, live at 7:30, so make sure you join me for that as well. But this is your Leicester versus Leeds preview. It is a must-win for Leeds United. Can we get all 3 points down at the King Power? I believe we can. So let's get into the rhyme and reason as to why that is.
I don't think I do it.
Arsenal started like house on fire.
Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. So, folks, Leicester City are in all sorts of turmoil right now. Brendan Rodgers and his side was booed off following Saturday's 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace. He stormed out of the press conference after the match. He's talking about the owners have difficult decisions to make. He doesn't want to be at this football club. He doesn't want to be there. Results aren't going as expected. And for sure, the fans do not want him there. And we, as a football club, have to further compound that misery. We can't be giving free wins. We can't be giving him a stay of execution. We have to go there like killers and say, you know what? You're done out here, Brendan. We are going to beat you and humble this Leicester City side. It has to happen. Listen, Leicester City have one win all season, and that came against Nottingham Forest. Now, in isolation, a 4-0 win looks amazing. But Nottingham Forest are the whipping boys. Yeah, they've got a couple of points in the last few games, but they ain't no good side. Yeah, they've got 2 draws. Brentford and Palace. On paper, very good draws. Let me just say that. And they are actually unbeaten at home in their last 2 games. So there are some positives for Leicester City fans. They drew against Palace 0-0. They beat Forest 4-0. So it's actually the first time since December 2021 that Leicester City have had successive clean sheets at the King Power. Could you say that's an upturn in form? I'm not really feeling that. Like I've said, Leeds have to go in there and show no mercy and put this Leicester City side to the sword. And not only are they in dire form, they're without their key man this season. James Maddison has been the one shining light within this squad. They have no Ryan Bertrand, no Ndidi, no Ricardo Pereira, no Johnny Evans, no Soyuncu. They're all over the shop. Danny Amati's playing at centre-back. They've got a championship goalkeeper in Danny Ward. Schmeichel left in the summer. The club's in disarray, you know. One shining light for them, I guess you could say, when it comes to Leeds United, is, of course, Harvey Barnes. I am petrified about Harvey Barnes because that guy has scored in all 4 of Leicester City's Premier League appearances against Leeds. You could even dial it back further when we got beat 4-1, I think, by West Brom in the Championship. He scored 2 that day, or killed us. I know he scored 1 and he absolutely murdered us that game. Maybe got a couple of assists when we got absolutely battered that day under Bielsa. So he's the one player that does worry me. And I do think Leicester will score this evening. I do think they will score. Just because away from home, we aren't that great and can't defend for toffee. So I think Harvey Barnes will score. But hopefully, Rasmus Christensen has another fantastic performance. Because guess what? He kept Will Zaha and Gabriel Martinelli quiet. They're quietest games they've had. Zaha scored yesterday. Martinelli's been killing it this season. And Rasmus kept them quiet. Do I want to see more from him going forward? Yeah. But his job is a defender. Defend first, and that's what he's good at. I think we've seen that now. He's really coming into his own. So hopefully he can keep Harvey Barnes quiet. From a Leicester perspective, their team should look like this. Ward in goal. Again, championship goalkeeper for me. Poor. Shoot on sight, Bamford. Shoot on sight, my friend. Castagna, Woutfest, Danny Amati, James Justin. Tielemans, Boubacar Samari, who we were linked with previously. Keenan Dewsbury Hall, baller. We'll say that. If you don't know about him, check him out. Ayoze Perez, I think, will come in for James Maddison. Harvey Barnes, obviously, on the other side. And then leading the line will be Patson Daka. I know Leeds fans, some fans wanted him to come in, but he's doing all right now at Leicester. A couple of goals. Jamie Vardy's legs have gone, you could argue. So Patson Daka will be the man leading the line. On paper, that squad is good. Like, their squad is good. Even with all them injuries, they've got some special players in there. Barnes, Daka, Tielemans, Samari, Justin, Castagna. I had a Leeds fan try to tell me that we've got a better squad than Leicester. I'm sorry to say we have not. Do not let recency bias come into this. Leicester still have a good squad, and if they turn up, it'll be a difficult game. They are some good individual players. It's not going right for them. Rodgers wants gone. They probably want Rodgers gone. The fans definitely want him gone. They need to just part ways. And hopefully we can be the judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to this. Because if he loses this, maybe he moves on. I'm not too sure. But Leeds United need to get our form right. We've been great at home. Conceded the least goals in the Premier League at home. Was a great performance against Arsenal at the weekend. But that will count for nothing if we don't go and get something at the King Power. We have to get at least a point. I want all 3. But if I could fast forward to the weekend and say we beat Fulham on Sunday, would I take 4 points from the next 2? I'm not going to lie, I would. But we don't have a time machine. We can't look into the future. We don't know that we'll beat Fulham. So therefore, we have to start with a win. We have to start with a win and pick up all 3 points at the King Power. Now, we are on a 6-match winless run after that great result against Chelsea. After what was a great start to the season, we've drawn 2 and lost 4. And our away form's not great. We've lost our last 3 away matches. It's not good. But if Leicester come with a tactic and try to play out from the back, I think we can catch them on the fly. And here's a bit of a stat for you. Leicester are one of 3 Premier League clubs ahead of this round of fixtures to have lost every game this season in which they have conceded first. So if we can get that first goal, like in any game, I think we're Leeds United. If we can get that first goal and impose our style on the game, I think we win the games. I do think we win the games under Jesse's style. We just have to be the first team to score. And Leicester have shown they're sort of shrinking violets. Even if they go in front, they've still lost games. You know, this isn't the same Leicester side that once was, you know. But Leicester have been the first to score in 4 of the last 5. Do I think they may score? Yes, I do. Do I think it'll be Harvey Barnes? Yes, I do. If I was a betting man, I'd put in first goal Leeds to win. I'm a bit of a betting man, but it is what it is. I'm going for a Bamford brace. I believe Bamford gets the monkey off his back in this game. He scored a screamer last time out at the King Power. I think he can do it again. Bamford is key in this. From a Leeds United perspective, I think how we will line up, obviously, we have a force changed at the back. Junior Firpo's coming in for Pascal. I think Junior will perform well in this game. JT's got into my head and I'm thinking, you know what? Let's give this guy a chance. As long as he don't get a yellow card within the first 5 minutes, we're good. We're good. And I think from an attacking perspective, he will give us more than Pascal. He will give us more. I think we'll see balls into the box. They're rubbish from set pieces as well. That's something to consider. We need Aronson and Harrison to be on their shit when it comes to set pieces because Leicester are woeful at them, defensive and attacking. So back to that lineup. Centre-backs will be Cooper and Koch. Now, if Firpo does really well, everyone's dream centre-back partnership is Koch and Strauch. If Firpo does well, maybe we will see that at some point and Cooper may drop out to the side. Although I do think Cooper and Koch were great last time out against Arsenal. Rasmus will be at right back. The double pivot, the best double pivot in the Premier League, Adams and Rocker. Ahead of them, Aronson off the right, Sinisterra off the left, and I would play Harrison in the centre, or maybe switch them, interchange them. It is what it is, but that would be my 3 behind the attacker of Patrick Bamford. I want to see Bamford starting. Listen, he's put himself in his fantasy team. He's captained himself. He has belief in himself. I, as a fan, have belief in him as well. And once he scores, he's going to score in bunches. Punches in bunches. I think Leeds United do win this game. I think we win the game 2-1. Wouldn't surprise me if Harvey Barnes and Leicester score first. But they are very, very frail. We need to go there. As I said earlier, judge, jury, and executioner. Put the final nail in Brendan Rodgers' coffin and get 3 points. And then if we get 3 points in this, I believe we go and get 3 points at home against Fulham. And that then moves us up the table, just outside of the top 10, and arrests them relegation fears for another couple of weeks. And this is what mid-table teams do. And if we are a mid-table team, we will get wins in these next 2. And for a few weeks, we don't have to look over our shoulder. That's where I believe we are as a football club right now. However, if we lose this and struggle against Fulham, then we're dragged in. Then we're in that relegation dogfight. It's wins and games like this that keep us away from that. Keep us away from the drop. So we have to get positive. I will be not happy. Not a happy bunny considering my confidence is now up here after the Arsenal result if we went and lost and had a poor performance. And then it comes back to, you're only as good as your most recent result. I'm questioning Jesse again, depending on how we play. Do you see what I'm saying? You're only as good as your last result. Now, I'm very, very confident, as I keep saying, after that Arsenal game, I know points win prizes. We didn't get any, but I was really infused. Carry this into Leicester. Go get 3 points. Bamford to silence the doubters and Leeds United to win the game 2-1. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you join me for the watch along and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
I don't think I do it.
But Arsenal started like a house on fire.
Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt.
Don't believe